Moving the Calgary Flames on Conroy, trying to dump it up. Yzerman knocked it away into the corner. Shot and a save made and a dangerous chance.
Yzerman in the shot
on the short side. And this is the kind of bumping Detroit wants to do in front as well. Fischer's pass goes into the corner. It's got to be played, though, as they wave off any icing. Regier went back there. Shanahan centered. What a save! 2 saves! Kiprusoff on Lang's rebound.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Continues dead hot. On a long way to go as Commodore was over there. Came back near side. Lidstrom in. Lidstrom dropped it in front. Open shot. Blocked. Commodore on Williams' chance. And again, it's Detroit in the first period putting the heat on. Oliwa, great size. Ooh! Went head first. No penalty on that. Only had a couple of shots on goal and was even on the game for Jerome McGinley. Into the middle, Yzerman, a chance. Save, Kiprusoff.
Been a winger for most of his career. You know, all of a sudden being pressed in. Oh!
Look at Donovan in. Shot him wide of the net as he got taken down. Rebound centered out in front. Off the near side. Leopold trying to get a shot off. Good play on the block made by Zetterberg. Here comes Hull with Datsuk in the middle. Datsuk to Hull. Hull shot. Save made. Rebound. Cleared. It'll be moved up ice. Good play by Commodore to get it out of there. Look out here. Here's Iginla again. Draper on him. Iginla got tied up. Taken out of the play. Iginla's close to getting behind the D. Hatcher's Kiprusoff knocked it into the corner. Hatcher went back after it. Came along the wall to Draper. Draper held it in. Hatcher back to his point. Chelios with him. One-timer. That hurt. And a whistle. In the corner, somebody's got a real injury.
That's Rhett Warner holding his face. And then Saprykin got hurt and knocked down with the shot, but Rhett Warner was really struggling.
And he's holding his eye, and he is, I hate to say, showing the panic of somebody that is experiencing great concern over his eye.
Yeah,
Darian Hatcher took him to the boards. We'll see if we can figure it out.
Right there.
Stick came up, and it looked like it grazed him right across the eye.
When Yell hit his man, there was a stick that came right across, parallel, across the top of his face.
Steve Yzerman was the guy that was taken to the boards.
In the corner, Donovan again. Donovan centering pass, kick wide. There goes everybody.
There's a penalty coming to Kobasew here, as there should have been. He ran.
He ran a Detroit defenseman right into the goaltender.
It was Kobasew moments ago that knocked the net off its moorings. He just coming locked on.
Here comes Lidstrom off the near side for Yzerman. Yzerman playing the half wall in this unit. Got it Lang. Lang centered. Knocked away. Kiprusoff once in the pads. And he squeezes.
That cross-ice pass went off the skate blade of the defenseman Ferentz. And Kiprusoff had to be sharp to stop that. If that pass got through, it may have been a chip-in power play goal on the far side.
Sends it down low. Hull. Datsuk centered. Lidstrom. Chelios. Deflected, rebound wide. Kiprusoff again. Jam it, but Commodore intercepted. Shanahan again centers it. Lang dropped it. Shot. Whitney. Good setup. Calgary Flames back down the middle. Gelina cutting to the net. Conroy the puck. His shot blocked by Draper. Penalty coming. And another collision into the goaltender and another interference call on Calgary.
Yeah, Gelina may be the player. The goaltender was knocked down.
Gelina was the only player down on the ice. I thought, well, here comes a penalty to the Red Wings. Not so.
From what it was last year. So continuing that trend of tough to find goals. In the corner, Leopold not out of the zone. Lidstrom in the middle of one-timer. Block, broken stick. Stick down by Nielsen. Nielsen blocked it and it broke his blade. So they got Nielsen out there without a stick. Datsuk along the near side. 42 left to go in the power play. Back up on top. Lidstrom will shoot it. Holmstrom scores!
That's how you shoot a puck from the point on a power play. The Red Wings wanted to make sure that the pucks were coming slowly enough for number 96 to do exactly what he did on this play.
Donovan trying to center Gelina. Gelina taken out of the play by Dandino. Here come the 3-man, 3-on-2. Whitney, Dandino, Shanahan. Shanahan save. Kiprusoff.
Great defensive work by Detroit.
In front of the net. That one went through, and Curtis Joseph had to block it. Yzerman backed it up to Lidstrom, and Detroit's going to get an easy out here with 7 left on the power play. Dandino on the charge.
Look at him go.
Dandino short-handed. Dandino all the way around. Brings it. Centered. Shot. Score! Steve Yzerman!
man. Folks, you can't teach speed. Matthew Dandino was on fire. Rocket boosters, everything working. Hooped the entire team. And found Steve Yzerman wide open in front. What a play by Dandino. And Gary, you said he wanted to make amends for the other night. Boy, is he ever.
Oh, baby. Pretty good play, too, by Yzerman just to be in front. His first goal on home ice for Yzerman in 11 games of playoff games. His 100th NHL point on home ice in the playoffs.
And they're going for another. Brett Hall, save made. Kiprusoff, the Detroit Red Wings have a 2-0 lead in this game. Matthew Schneider joined the play. Zetterberg dropped it back into the middle. Not a good pass. Gelinas got room. Gelina up, shot off the glove of Curtis Joseph.
All of a sudden, the fact that Jerome McGinley is being blanketed by the Detroit Red Wings, he's got to find ways now to generate.
Great pass by Yzerman to Draper. His shot went behind the net. Held in by Yzerman. Yzerman, boy, those knees must be feeling good today because Steve Yzerman skating about as well as I've seen him skate in a while. Draper picked up the stick at Commodore. Yzerman shot! Scores!
His hands don't look that bad either.
I think Detroit's in a position where they can blow Calgary right out of the rest of this game. Steve Yzerman doesn't practice very often because he tries to take care of his body to play well in games. Look at the muscle work. There's a beautiful pass, and that's the checking line against Jerome McGinley. So-called checking line. Draper, Mulvey, and Yzerman, top corner, gorgeous shot.
Steve Yzerman settled the puck, took his time, knew exactly what he wanted to do with it. Remember, Steve Yzerman, for a good part of this season, played on this grind line. And according to Chris Draper, their T-shirt sales were never better.
Confab went on there at center ice. Turned back up Calgary. They've got great speed on the ice here. Nielsen centers it. Shot. Score! What a huge goal! And nobody deserves it more than Donovan. He has played a great game and a tremendous redirection.
All he needed was one hand on the stick because this was laid over perfectly for him. His tremendous speed. Look at Nielsen. He knows that his guy Donovan's got tremendous speed. One hand on the stick. He actually had Robert Lang by the scruff of his shirt.
The top of the crease. His goalie coach in San Jose, Warren Strelo, says, I like my goaltenders at the top of the paint, not deep.
Chris Chelios is hurt. His right arm, he got checked on the near side boards. He got up and his right arm hanging next to his body, and he goes immediately to the dressing room. Enormous in this game. Clark left it. Attempted Yell. Great move. Shot got blocked. Taken by Datsuk. Bouncing puck back to Clark. Clark dumping it into the middle. Stick up high on Yell.
Chelios looks fine after injuring his right arm during the second period. He's pushing and shoving and hacking and slashing with that right arm just fine.
Steve Yzerman looking for a hat trick. Centered it. Kiprusoff was there. Whitney will move it into the zone. Ray Whitney, 13th year in the NHL, gets clobbered from behind and turned around to see where the call was, and there wasn't one.
That freight train was named Philly Nieminen. Steve Yzerman ends up with a couple of goals.
Wow, that was an attempted goal for the net by the looks of it. Billy Nieminen took the shot from the blue line and then charged. They played the complete game the Red Wings have here in game 2. Barrett's shot blocked. And Maltby is able to move it out, and he avoids the check. Maltby upended Ginla. Christoph Oliwa sent that one in. Dandino back to get it. This is game 2, second round. Here in the semifinals. Look at a shot in the corner.
Oh, did Oliwa go down? He tried to just, he went for the big takeout hit on Fischer, and Fischer got the better of him.
His shot, Joseph is saved. Datsuk picks it up. Then Donovan got leveled after he shot it, and a penalty coming on Donovan. He kicked the stick away of Fischer and is going to be called for it.
And get some confidence back for the power play that's been so lacking in the playoffs.
Bounced around. They look to the near side. Steve Yzerman, of course, we remind you, going for the hat trick in the corner with the puck. Near side for Lidstrom.
Another penalty.
Penalty in front.
They need to give the puck to the Flames.
Shot deflected straight up in the air into the corner. There's the whistle. It'll be a 2-man advantage. Commodore is going.
Commodore, yeah.
Oh, he was slashing. He was cross-checking. He was mean. I believe it was on Holmstrom. Who else in front?
Lang on the face-off, won it. Back to Lidstrom. 2-man advantage Detroit. Hull, one-timer. Scores!
took 6 seconds.
Just like they diagrammed. Brett Hull faded away. Watch on the left of your screen. Hull immediately started backing into his shooting hole once the faceoff was won, and Nick Lidstrom just laid over the one-timer.
Right through the legs. Hull shoots it so quick he can't even get down and close the legs up.
In this his 198th career playoff game. That came with a 2-man advantage. Now it's still a minute 36 left on the power play for Detroit. Yzerman on top. Matthew Schneider's shot deflected away. Kiprusoff, penalty coming again. And this one is a cross-checking call on the Flames.
In front of the net.
On Regier, Robin Regier.
Detroit Red Wings now picked up 2 power play goals in this game, and there's 6th chance here. Over to Hull again. Leaves it. Shot. Score! Lidstrom!
Well, in one 5-minute span, the Detroit Red Wings power play is back, and it is back with a vengeance.
Played back into the corner. Chelios came over and put the hit on. A penalty coming behind the play on Chelios, I think. It is a slashing call. Chelios going after his man again.
And Philly Nieminen turned around as if he was going to go after Chelios, and Chelios as much as said, "You want a piece of me? Why, I oughta."
Back off the near side, looking to get it. Commodore sends it in. Power play over. Calgary. Curtis Joseph blocked it. Score! Pushed in from the far side. Well, they get one on Curtis Joseph to make it 5-2.
Might have gone off at Chelios' stick. Chelios. Right there.
Chelios batted in on his backhand.
Rebound. Dandino will step up. Trying to hold it in. Dandino gets run over. 2-on-1 the other way. Looking into the middle for Donovan. Donovan goes crashing into the post.
Not as hard as Shanahan did.
Shanahan, Donovan comes right over to him.
You know, this whole thing started by the Calgary blue line. It was Nieminen again. He had every shift here. And the last half of the third period, he's been wild.
Matthew Dandino had a chance to stand in and just dump the puck in. He saw Nieminen coming and said, "I'm out of here."
And then what a collision at the net.
And could be the Hart MVP shot. That one deflected into the corner. Knocked away. Here we go. Look at this. Hatcher's ready to go. Oh, Jerome McGinley.
And Hatcher. This has happened before, folks. Not the first time.
Oh, McGinley wears a visor. He's got.
Guess what? Darian Hatcher's got a problem right here. Oh. Now he's got a hold of him.
I see he took the visor off. The helmet. Long reach. Jerome McGinley, this guy can battle. He could duck a right, too.
Yeah,
guess what? Darian Hatcher's no slouch either.
Well, if I were the Calgary teammates, I'd jump in just because he's my guy.
Wow.
We got it.
There's another one. Darren McCarty that's Darren McCarty
and
going
Mike
with
Commodore. Is that just his hair? Did it look like Commodore was already cut over one eye?
They've separated the other two. Ginla and Hatcher have been separated. So there's Ginla headed out, and Hatcher too. These two guys are by themselves. They have no officials to break them up until the referee Pollock comes over. And Merrill.
No blood.
You know, I know well, Hatcher's a tough guy. I know Ginla is too, but if I was a Calgary player, I think I would have been right over there saying, And I wouldn't care if I was a third guy or fourth guy in. That's just.
But Jerome McGinley doesn't want that.
I know, Bill, but you know, there's a size disadvantage there. Ooh.
And McGinley went after Hatcher. Make no mistake about this, okay? It was Jerome McGinley that wanted some of Darian Hatcher.
Yeah. Well, we've mentioned a lot about Maltby against McGinley. It's been Hatcher as much as Maltby against McGinley in this series. And with a 5-2 game, 23.5 seconds left. Ooh. McGinley had the slash. He did start it with the slash.
Chopped Hatcher in the back of the leg. And said, let's go. And then he said, let's go. But that's why Jerome McGinley is such a great leader. I understand the phenomenon of players wanting to protect their leader. But Jerome McGinley would have said, stay out of this.
Yeah, you're probably right. Hatcher's been on the ice for 20 of McGinley's 24 shifts. So there's been as much Hatcher as there has been Maltby.
Going back to Calgary at 1-1 as the Red Wings in Game 2 come away with a 5-2 win against the Flames. Zetterberg to wrap it up from the Joe. 5-2 Wings over the Flames.